Gospel Greats.
Welcome back to the Gospel Greats. I'm Rodney Baucom. Our spotlight artist this week is Faithful Crossings, Curtis and Tammy Sumner.
We came by that name because God has been so faithful in every crossroads of our life, and we just wanted to honor that. And it's really the heart of our ministry. We remind people of their faith. We encourage people that are struggling, and there's always a gospel message in it too.
Curtis talks about how he and Tammy met.
So we are based in Kansas City. I was born and raised there. God had to send me through the Marine Corps to get me to Alabama. I've never been to Alabama before in my life. And my roommate took me home for a long weekend, went to his mother's church that Sunday, and her family group was singing. And that's where it all started between us. And she is from Gadsden, Alabama, and we lived there together after I got out of the Marine Corps. We got married and lived there together for many years, and then we've been moving around a little bit, but we're back in the Kansas City area right now.
Their new project is called Timeless. Curtis talks about the title track.
God's people need to be reminded of who the God is that they serve. He's timeless, He's ageless, He's boundless, He's faithful. It's just a wonderful song to remind us of who God is.
Here's Faithful Crossings with Timeless.
Seasons change, days go by and then they're gone. Hands of time keep moving on. Shattered dreams, seems like nothing can endure. It looks as though tomorrow is unsure, but whatever it may hold, Lord, it's oh so good to know you are timeless, ageless, always you have been. You are timeless, boundless. Love for me will never end. Unchanging, eternal, your grace is so faithful, and I just can't comprehend. You are timeless, Jesus, forever friend. I can't believe the mercy through the moments I regret. All the times you lovingly forget, forgiving me with eternity in mind. A destiny with yesterday behind. And in my journey I can see a future and a hope for me.
Faithful Crossings with Timeless. Tammy Sumner says that she was influenced at an early age by Karen Peck.
Well, Karen Peck has always been one of my favorites from the time that I was just a little girl. My mom was my biggest supporter, my biggest fan, and I just loved the Nealons back then. And so we went to a Nealons concert, and from the very beginning, Karen was just like, she had known me all my life. And those of you who know Karen know that that's just the way she is. And that made such a huge impression. And I had been around other singers that weren't that way. It just made a huge impression. And so through my life, she's always been my favorite. And when we heard this song, when it was pitched to us, I told Curtis, I said, this would be great with Karen on it. And so we asked her, and she joined us.
The song on the album is called Just Can't Wait.
We have that joy of knowing that the Lord's coming again. And I just can't wait. We can't wait for all the things that He has in store for us. Not just the rapture, but in our daily lives. And we're just excited about what's around the corner.
That's Curtis Sumner, and here is Faithful Crossings with Just Can't Wait.
I never felt quite at home down here, never had a lot to hold on to. Always felt like a stranger in a strange place. So I built my hope on the promise of a home beyond the blue. All the cares of this life are gonna be erased. I just can't wait to sit down by the riverside, rest a while under the tree of life, spend eternal ages in the light of an endless day. I just can't wait to take a stroll down the street of gold, have a new body that will never grow old. No tears, no pain. I just can't wait. I just can't wait. I know the way gets hard and the days seem so long, and I felt the fears of the cold dark night. There's gonna come a day when it will all pay off, when I see the glimmer of the city lights. I just can't wait to sit down by the riverside, rest a while under the tree of life, spend eternal ages in the light of an endless day. I just can't wait to take a stroll down the street of gold, have a new body that will never grow old. No tears, no pain. I just can't wait. I just can't wait. I just can't wait. I just can't wait. I just can't wait to sit down by the riverside, rest a while under the tree of life, spend eternal ages in the light of an endless day. Hey, hey, I can't wait to take a stroll down the street of gold, have a new body that will never grow old. No tears, no pain. No tears, no pain. I just can't wait. I just can't wait. I just can't wait.
Just Can't Wait. That's Faithful Crossings with special guest Karen Peck Gooch. Curtis Sumner says that their ministry is targeted to reach lost people, but also to reach struggling church members.
We're very concerned that there's so many people in our churches, and that's what the Grace Still calls the second verse of this. You sit there in your church pew, and you're still battling sin, and you're still struggling. And that grace is just dangling out there in front of you. You can't buy it. You can't earn it. You can't take it. You're not strong enough to take it away. But it's free if you just grab it.
That's Curtis Sumner, and here is Faithful Crossings with Grace Still Calls.
He sits beside the road, a bottle in his hand.
Grace Still Calls. That's Faithful Crossings, and you can find out more about their ministry online at faithfulcrossings.com. In just a moment, we'll have more with our featured artist.